The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. All right, 6:03. It's 44 degrees. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And big day if you like Green Day and free stuff. So 8 o'clock, we got the usual song scramble coming up. That's the harder way to win, of course. We have a song scrambled up from Green Day, Pumpkins. It could even be Rancid or Linda Linda's all together. And then you just got to figure them out. That's at 8 a.m. for free tickets to Green Day, Pumpkins, Rancid, Linda Linda's, Wrigley Field next year.
Yes.
It's also Ticket Blitz Thursday.
Oh, snap.
What's that, Kenzie?
Okay, Ticket Blitz Thursday means kicking off in the 8 o'clock hour. We give away tickets every single hour. So during our show, during the 8 o'clock hour, and during the 9 o'clock hour, we're also going to have those Green Day, Smashing Pumpkin, Rancid. Like, it's going to be awesome tickets that you can't buy.
So 8 o'clock, we'll do the song scramble. 8:20 and 9, we will do the ticket blitz. So the whole hour there, you got 3 chances to get Green Day tickets for Wrigley Field.
Okay, so 8, 8:20, and 9.
Boom.
Okay.
Yes, remember it.
Yeah, neat. Just want to clarify.
Yeah, put it in your phone.
8, 8:20, 9. Bunch of tickets going on.
And then at 7:10, we'll do Clash with Kenzie. The Marvels movie pass is coming your way as well. So a lot going on this morning. And how you guys doing? Check in, 312-591-8300. It's a beautiful sunrise. The moon looked really weird. There was like a crescent moon and a UFO next to it. This really sharp star in the sky. It's usually Venus, but I like to say it's a UFO because it looked like kind of like that.
The UFO, what? That broke down because it doesn't move.
Yeah, it didn't make it to the. Well, you don't know.
Stop.
So far away, you don't know. I don't know.
It looks like a tramp stamp to me right now.
The moon?
Because there's a moon and a little star next to it. It's very lower back energy. If you look up at the sky.
Yeah. There's a barbed wire like by Orion. He's got a barbed wire tattoo. If you have a tramp stamp of a crescent moon and a star, call up right now.
Oh, yeah. Because, today's your day, baby.
I loved the tramp stamp. I'm sorry, my
This is
throat's
when
all
you
screwed
turn
up.
into a werewolf. It matches it lines up with the sign on your body.
Did you, you don't have any tattoos. We've said
I
that
have
before.
no tattoos.
Did you ever think about getting a tramp stamp?
Not a tramp stamp, but I thought about getting a tattoo.
I shouldn't have said it was a little probably aggressive, say it that way.
Ever think about being a whore? I'm kidding.
No, because I liked the tramp stamp.
I actually like that placement. It's gotten such a negative label, but it is a cute spot that is easy to hide.
And also, when you want to show it off, it's easy to show off.
Right.
They're
And
very-
then it's like, ooh, la, 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 la.
Oh
So
my God.
I think it gets such a negative rap. The only tattoo I almost got, because I lived in Minneapolis for a long time, and Prince and Selena Quintanilla are my 2 favorite artists of all time, okay? And I was in Minneapolis on the radio as well as a news reporter when Prince died.
Woof.
And I was in Minneapolis. So the amount of coverage we did and going to First Ave and doing all that stuff. And I was, with many people, so devastated. When you talk about the celebrity death that rocked you, Prince's was mine.
I think it was a lot of people's listening, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that one. My husband's was Michael Jackson. You remember where he was? Everyone's got the one that's you spend days thinking about it and it lingers.
Sure.
Mine was Prince, and I almost got the Prince symbol. I was thinking about getting it on my wrist or behind my ear, a little one. I almost did that. And then I was just I don't know. I was just then you're going to have it forever, and I don't know.
If you could put it somewhere you could hide it, it'd be different.
Yeah, I was behind the ear. I almost did that. I was obviously slammed working in media during that time in Minneapolis with 2 different media jobs. So I think later I just decided not to. But that was the one that I almost got. And I wasn't going to lower back the Prince,
I'm telling you,
scenario.
I think the name is negative. But even back then when it was called the tramp stamp, I don't think it was a negative connotation that you're a tramp. It's just that's what they called it. I guess there's no way to say it in a nice way.
Why? You don't think it meant that?
I didn't look
It
at
means
it.
you're a scholar.
You have many degrees.
I like the placement. I think it got a bad rap with the nickname.
Yeah. Is there I wonder if tattoo artists out there today get somebody going in and I want a lower back tattoo. Are they completely off the table now, the lower back tattoo?
Would you get one?
No. Maybe a pretty lady might.
Yeah.
A beautiful lady out there might still want one.
I think tons of people still get them because they are cute.
Yeah, well, check in. I want to know if it's still, because I think we could bring it back. Like a lot of 90s nostalgia is coming back. That's 90s nostalgia right there.
Oh, yeah. It could be a lot of clusters of stars, lower backs come at you.
Yeah, I'll get a barbed wire tattoo if you guys get a
I like
Tramp
just
stamp.
the swirly ones because...
I know what you're going to say.
No, you don't. You actually 1,000% don't. That's the funny part.
Okay.
So you know how some people just have like the swirls on their lower back? It reminds me of my pantry because I bought this swirly like metal sign that goes above my pantry. And every time I think about that, I'm like, I want a snack.
You're right. I didn't know where you were going with that.
I was like, there's no way. You don't even know what my pantry looks like.
I was thinking that, like, it's like a handlebar mustache. People say it was kind of like a handlebars.
Oh, no. That's not what I was going to say. Yeah, because I've been in that predicament a lot, Brian.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Coming up, we'll get to a fact that makes your brain just go. And this one really shows society, culture, and that we're all doing it wrong because somebody released I'll tell you who it is when we come back, but somebody released the numbers they make on OnlyFans, and it totaled $60 million in a year. In 1 year, $60 million. That's like, I guess, LeBron money when he does the endorsements and his contract. That is maybe Apple executive money with bonuses and stuff like that. But it's not them who did this. It's not them at all.
No, it's not?
Who is it not?
Us.
Well, that's...
What a bummer.
Yeah.
I wake up at 3:15. I don't even brush the surface.
When you hear who it is, that's the shocking part of the fact that's going to make your brain go, $60 million in a year.
Why is it like your mom?
That would be amazing. I would say, Kenzie, don't come in today. My mom was on OnlyFans last night. She did everything.
She's holding it down. She saw your paycheck. Was like, I got to do something for the family.
Got to help something out here. Not going to be able to afford that apartment.
Man, Harper's never going to college. She's
Oh,
got to
God.
get to work.
It's terrible. She went on OnlyFans and helped out the family. Good for you. Thanks, Mom. It's not my mom. We'll tell you about when we come back at 6:30.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
And it's time for... We're just talking about the Marvel movie Kenzie's got patches for coming up at 7:10 in Clash with Kenzie. So be here for that. But first, it's time for a fact that makes your brain go. Here on Q101 with Brian and Kenzie. Now, I talked about somebody that released their stats for 2021 on OnlyFans. They made $60 million. A couple years late, I don't know why they dropped this, but they put it out there. And the person that I knew as the Catch Me Outside girl has now become Bad Barbie.
Baby.
It's
not
bad,
Barbie.
It's Bad Baby?
Bad Baby. There's not even an R, so I don't know where.
Well, she spells it BHAD, BHADIE, and I thought it was kind of like Bad Bobby. Like,
Bad Bobby?
Bad Bobby.
Like she's like Australian.
Shrimps on the Bobby. So, and the R is kind of silent. That's what I thought. So, anyway.
Well, it would have to be silent because it's not there.
It's not there at all. It isn't in the name. So it's Bad Baby.
Got it.
And she became, a rapper or whatever from the Dr. Phil episode. That's one of the best Dr. Phil episodes ever. Probably 10 years ago, something like in that range. And
maybe even longer. I don't know.
It is kind of blurry. It's like not high definition. So maybe it was 15, but she's not that old. She's only like 21, I think, at this point. I think she was like 14 or 13 when she was on the show. And she just threw shade at everybody on the show. If you remember the clip.
Yeah, I think she was 13.
Yeah. This is like a 13-year-old girl with her mom. And basically the episode was, her mom can't handle her kid, which was kind of like a lot of the Dr. Phil episodes. I loved Dr. Phil, by the way.
Me too.
Just that daytime trash TV was the best.
People get mad because he's not a doctor. And I'm like, whatever. Neither's Patrick Dempsey. And no one's mad about that.
He's the sexiest man in the world.
Yeah, he gets an award.
Yeah. Here's the episode, if you recall, from Dr. Phil. And this is at the point when the audience is laughing at her, everything he says, and she comes back at the audience, says the famous line.
And all these hoes laughing like something funny.
She's talking about the audience.
That's her
Like
mom.
they're laughing at her.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yeah.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yeah.
Catch me outside!
Uh-oh.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Catch her outside, means she'll go outside and do what she has to do.
That's her mom translating.
That's what she's talking about.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah,
is
okay,
all.
yeah.
This is all. But don't you see that this is all mouth? This is mouth.
Okay, that's the famous line. That everybody probably knows that, I assume, at this point. They knows the line that made her famous. But she...
Tell you what, her mom changed her tune because she bought her mom a house and did all this stuff, and now she's over here like, yeah, catch her outside. She stopped complaining very quickly.
Catch her out in front of our $6 million house.
Yeah, hey, put some respect on my daughter's name.
How dare you talk to my daughter like
yeah,
that?
she's classy.
It is unreal. So she dropped that she made $60 million when she joined OnlyFans the year of 2021. 60
So can I tell you
million.
what? I don't know if you know this, Brian.
Tell me.
But what's kind of creepy about this is that she joined the day she turned 18.
I mean, I guess...
And made like $1 million on the first day. And that is creepy.
I mean...
And she actually came out and said, everyone who joined my page the day I turned 18 should be like investigated. Because okay, I know that you were then still interested in her when she was 17. Like this day wasn't like that. Now she looks so grown.
A couple hours later, it's all fine.
Yeah.
17 was not fine.
And here's the deal, we're not talking about like 18-year-olds who were interested in her at 17. We're talking about
50-year-old guys.
50-year-old men who are
Yeah.
like, oh, sweet, legal.
Sweet. Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, this is sweet. Hey, man, did you hear Bad Bobby turned 18?
Baby.
Let's get on Bad Baby. Let's get on OnlyFans and check it out. And it's so bizarre. She released the numbers. And, props to her for releasing that she made in April 2021 $18 million in a month. That's the best month she did. She had a $1 million month, a $6 million month, a $4 million month. But that was it all added up to $60 million on OnlyFans. And you're not stupid. Of course, everybody, and not everybody, but a lot of people go on OnlyFans, pay some money, and these girls and people are making $1 million, let's say, or $2 million. But she made 60.
How about that?
Catch me outside. I mean, damn.
You know what?
Are we all doing it wrong?
Here's my issue is that I saw this like on Twitter, right?
Yup.
And a bunch of people were commenting. A lot of like male pages commented like, "This is ridiculous. She's trash. She's this. She's this." I promise you, 98% of that revenue, if not more, is men.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought I again, probably not all, but majority. And OnlyFans as a whole is men. And then you see these men getting so mad. I understand that all men are the same. I'm not saying that, but it is funny like how worked up, like trash or work knocked out, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, well, look at you. This is why.
Well, yeah. Don't be a hypocrite. It's not a bad thing to go on OnlyFans and look at what you want to look at. That's okay. Just don't be trashing people about it for what they do later, because then you're being a hypocrite. Looking at porn kind of goes back to the beginning of time, right?
Well, yeah, that's the thing is that you're like disgusted by it, but then you're on this side of it. And
Well, just be who you are. If you've looked, it's not a bad thing to look at it. Just don't say she's trashy because she made $60 million. Like men, I'm talking about.
Now you're angry, but it's like, why? Because you opened up your wallet. You're like, well, she sucks now, but you still paid.
I got to see how much I hate her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is she doing porn on it or just pictures or conversation?
I don't follow her. I don't subscribe. I'm assuming it's probably just certain photos. But the thing is, with OnlyFans, is you can reach out and like you can message like any other social media. So it's like a messaging platform. So somebody could say, I'll give you $50,000 if you send me a personal video or something like that. You're allowed to say that and exchange those kind of deals through the site, right? So who knows? Like, I know that, like,
you were on there, right?
Yes, not in that manner.
Yeah.
OnlyFans, like 2 years ago during the pandemic, did a huge push because they can't be an app because of like porn and things like that, right?
So that's a rule that you can't make an app if you're porn. Do no porn things have apps?
No.
Like, really?
I mean,
I don't know these things. I don't know anything about it.
No, you can't because it's obtainable to underage.
Oh, I got it.
Is like the concept.
Yep.
So you can't just be a super accessible app downloaded. Somebody can just, like even a toddler goes on your phone, like it's clickable, right? So they're not allowed to. OnlyFans wanted to make a switch like the way Snapchat did. Because remember, Snapchat was very like sexy.
Yeah.
So, and then it turned into a normal social media. You had like just famous people using it and sending funny things and cute filters, all that. They wanted that changed because the financial benefit of that is insane, and they didn't want to just be the site. They got huge backlash because clearly they were turning their back on an industry that made them even exist.
The people that built the platform. You think of OnlyFans, you think of that content. You think of that's just what you think of.
Right. So, but when they were in the middle of that, even locally here, like my husband and I got contacted. It was a joint account, so it was a Kenzie and Roman account, and all we did is post our same, like our TikTok videos, our Instagram stuff. It was the same type of platform because they were trying and they promoted it. They're trying to turn it into a normal platform, but we got harassed so much we got off because I would just post a picture of like us at dinner and be like, take your top off. I was like, okay.
I'm sorry I did that. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, you sorry you said that?
I really should have said like, hey, let's talk about the Cubs. Nope. Take your top off.
It's like, seriously, we'd post like from our TV show. My husband and I like just, behind the scenes of the TV show.
The Marquee Network, the MVP game, they put it on there. Another avenue of streaming to show, hey, this is just another media
so
promoting,
they were
marketing of
trying
everything.
To slowly morph it, and it just didn't work because I think the people that like my husband and I, after a while, I'm like, I don't like this. Like, I don't.
You don't like people telling you to take your top off?
I feel very uncomfortable every time I post a picture and they're like, bend over. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
How dare you not play along?
I'm
How
like,
dare you?
I tried. I don't see a big shift in the platform, and I would like to leave.
Did you give it a little time? Give it a little time. Maybe people will come around 10 days later. Nope, take your top off, same guy.
Yeah. They're like, I subscribed because I thought you'd be naked at one point. I'm like, oh, okay. I never said that.
Sir, go look at the agreement that you hit yes on the bottom. It didn't say anything about you guaranteeing Kenzie takes her top off for you, sir.
Yeah,
check it out.
That was not what I was going for. So
yeah.
I wanted to be a part of it because imagine being one of the first influencers on Snapchat or something like that. It's so beneficial. So we agreed, and then we deleted our account not long after that because it didn't work.
Take your top off guy ruined the whole party.
Oh, yeah. But it's just, it's like, it's funny because I go on Twitter and I just see men so mad about it. But you know that men are a primary consumer of it.
Of course.
It's like, listen, the rest of us girls, we're at Home Goods. I want some more Halloween decor. I am not about to give this girl $20. I don't think so.
I'd like to know if any of our listeners are on it and make, some money or make a living or make maybe, like you said, like 10 grand or something. I don't know.
I had friends in Florida, okay? And during the pandemic, a lot of people who model for a living, and I don't mean porn modeling, like in Florida, I had friends who were swimsuit models and things like that.
Yeah.
That industry crashed for photo shoots and things like that.
Right.
A ton of them joined OnlyFans. I knew girls who would go to the dollar store and buy a bag of thongs for $1.
Oh.
And because guys would be like, send me underwear. So they'd go to the dollar store. They would buy a bag of thongs for $1 and they'd mail them. Never wore them ever. They spent $1 on these things. They just mailed them to guys. And they got $50 per. They bought this $50 bag because guys thought that's how insane.
Well, damn it. Now I got to go home and clear out a drawer. I got more space now for it. Jeez.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we're just talking about how Bad Baby made $60 million in a year. Dropped this on Twitter last night, and even though it's a couple years old, just showing her best year. Holy cow. And this is that Catch Me Outside girl from Dr. Phil. Talking to our listeners if anybody makes money with OnlyFans, because that just is astronomical. Now, Anonymous checked in. The wife pays for our rent. 16 months just off OnlyFans. She's been paying for our rent, which I don't know what that, let's just say it's $2,000 a month. Paying the rent with OnlyFans. Also, won't say her name either unless she calls up. I asked her to call up, but she said she makes $4,000 a month on OnlyFans. I'm just curious about our local people here that are making a living. So, that's about $50,000 a year off OnlyFans. I don't know if you have another job, but it's pretty amazing. I appreciate our listeners out there being honest, but if you want to call in and tell your story and how you're doing it, because I'm curious what you're doing, too, to make that money. Also, another listener checked in and said it's illegal to send underwear in the mail. I didn't know that.
That's a shame.
Well, but I mean, people order Amazon underwear. I guess just for an individual to send used underwear through the mail is illegal?
I guess. I don't know. That seems wrong. I'd like to run for president to overturn that law.
Well, I'd vote for you.
Thank you.
Then again, do we really need underwear mailed? I don't know.
No, I do. I made a few purchases, Brian.
Green Day tickets coming up at 8, 8:20, and 9 this morning with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 for Wrigley Field.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Again, Green Day tickets 8 a.m., 8:20, and 9. Part of the Song Scramble and part of Ticket Butts Thursday. Some are very easy. The Song Scramble, a little harder to get those tickets. Be here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Now it's time for Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Pizza Hut in Hong Kong is selling pizza with snake meat toppings. If you think that's disgusting, some people in the United States get theirs with pineapple. Insiders say things are getting serious between Leonardo DiCaprio and his new girlfriend. She even introduced him to her Girl Scout troop. Many singles on social media are saying the Cheesecake Factory is the worst place for a first date. Yeah, take that, Cheesecake Factory, said the president of Golden Corral. And Cher will perform at the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. She'll join Barbie and those little green army men on a float celebrating plastic toys. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.